the president accidentally noticed that his wife had peeled and prepared crayfish in the two children's bowls. Thinking about how thrifty his wife was, that she wouldn't even buy a lipstick, the president felt extremely guilty. But he never expected that the next day, his wife would take the children to a jewelry store and buy each of them an 8-gene heavy gold chain. The president was completely confused when he saw this. Clearly, the two children had no blood relation with him, yet his wife treated them as her own. However, what the president didn't know was that, 5 years ago, this woman also gave birth to a pair of twins. But back then, after she heard a nurse say that both children had a star-shaped birthmark on their collarbones, she fainted due to exhaustion. Unexpectedly, when she opened her eyes again, the nurse told her that because the children were born prematurely, they were extremely weak at birth and stopped breathing after crying twice. The woman burst into sad tears upon hearing this. She simply couldn't believe that all this was true. Little did she know that all this was done by her scheming elder sister, who bribed the nurse to secretly take the children away and then sold them to the president at a high price. In the blink of an eye, 5 years passed. In order to find out the truth about what happened back then, she worked hard on her own and became the attending physician of this hospital. Her colleagues, seeing that she had been single for years, insisted on introducing a blind date to her. Seeing her colleagues' sincere intentions, she couldn't refuse, so she had to go to the restaurant just to go through the motions. But as soon as she walked in, her blind date received a call and left in a hurry. As a result, the woman mistakenly thought that the president at the next table was her blind date. She plopped down and started introducing herself. Little did she know that the man in front of her was the richest man in the capital. Just as the president was about to open his mouth to explain, the two cute kids hiding nearby rushed over and called out "Mom" to the woman. The woman never expected that the man in front of her would have two children. Afraid that their newly found mom would run away, the two kids immediately started acting cute to please her, asking if she was willing to be their mom, and took out the marriage notice they made themselves. The president didn't want the children to get in touch with a strange woman, so he stood up to take them home, but the woman watched the children leave reluctantly, feeling that they lacked maternal love and were really pitiful, so she took the initiative to propose marrying the president. The president originally didn't want to find a stepmother for the children, but thinking that because the children had no mother, their personalities were gradually moving towards autism. For the sake of the children, the president had to agree to marry the woman, and made an appointment to meet at the Civil Affairs Bureau the next day. But when he got home, the president began to worry again that the woman was marrying him for his money, so he discussed with the two kids to pretend to be poor together. The next day, the two went to the Civil Affairs Bureau to get their marriage certificate. When the woman asked about the president's job, the president lied that he was a driver with a monthly salary of $2,800. However, after hearing this, the woman didn't show the slightest dislike, and even decided to work hard to earn money to take good care of the two children. Upon hearing this, the president thought he had misunderstood the woman. At this moment, the woman received an emergency call.